Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. How is everyone doing? I hope you had an amazing Christmas, got everything that you wanted, and I hope you're excited about the new year. 2019 is coming soon. So I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the fish room with the expansions, some new fry that I have, a tank that fully crashed on me. So that you guys know, I won't be able to respond to this video. I think this video actually will come out Saturday or Sunday, and I'll be at a youth retreat until late Sunday night, so I won't be able to respond till maybe Sunday night, maybe not till Monday. But either way, I'll get response back to you guys as soon as I can. So let's go ahead and let's go around and let me give you an update on what the heck's going on. Okay, first of all, let's talk about this tank. This tank I had an absolute full crash on. So what originally happened was I had added 2 green phantom Plecos in here, and I also had a pair of breeding angels. And there was also some Cindonatus petricola and some coolie loaches. But the angels started acting really weird. They started kind of laying on their side and just acting strange. So I went ahead and I pulled them out immediately and put them in another tank. And then some of the Cindonatus started swimming around with clamp fins. They were kind of going up to the top a little bit and twisting and turning and just acting really, really weird. So I did a massive water change because I figured it must have something to do with the water. I just didn't see how possibly me adding those 2 fish could have caused so many problems that quickly. And so the green phantoms that I'd put in there, they seem to be acting normal, but I just had them, so I didn't really know really what normal was with those guys. And so after doing that big massive water change, everything seemed to be acting normal again. And then I come out here one day and everything is dead. All the Cindonatus petricola, both of the Plecos that I had in there were dead. So obviously it wasn't anything that the Plecos brought in because I'd already had them in quarantine for a while and they were fine in there. So what I'm thinking is that somebody probably put their hand in the tank that must have had lotion or maybe some hand sanitizer or something on it, and it just poisoned the water. And even when I did a massive water change, maybe like it was an oily residue maybe that was on top or something, and it just ended up killing them all. The reason I don't think it has anything to do with any type of disease, because once I removed the angelfish, I'll show you them. I temporarily have them in a 10-gallon. They're absolutely perfect. They're not showing any problems at all. In fact, it's kind of shocking, but if you look back there on the sponge filter, they actually laid eggs in here. You can see there's like 4 or 5 of them that aren't fertilized. They're all white. So these guys are doing fine. It's funny because those eggs don't really stick very well to that sponge, so there was probably 5 times that amount on there, but they started falling off, and every time one falls off, they eat them. So that was the horrible thing that happened in the fish room this week. So let's move on to some more positive things. So if you guys remember, I had multiple bristlenose that had eggs. I had twice I've had calico bristlenose that had 2 sets of eggs. Then I had some super reds that had eggs, and then I also had some albinos. So if you look in here, these things are everywhere. This tank, what I'm using it for right now is a Plecos grow out tank, and then it's also a grow out tank for these mystery snails. I'm growing them out because I get them to about a quarter size and sell them. Also, I have some, when I was at Phil's, that's the person that I filmed the fish room at, and if you look right here, you'll see he gave me a, probably about a 6 or 7 day old brown bristlenose. So there's probably about 30 or 40 of those guys in here also. Oh, also I had some super red. There's one swimming right there. I had the super red, there's another one. These guys are probably about the youngest that are in the tank. I haven't moved all the super reds in here. There's still a few that I have in a different tank, so I'm gut loading these guys to death with green beans. They absolutely love them. And this tank, I didn't move any of the albino fry. There you can see one of those, and there's a few up there. These guys are a few months old. There's probably about 40 or 50 of those albino bristlenose in there. And then down here are the calicos, and you can't see it right now, but in that cave right there, the father is sitting on more calico eggs. I haven't fully seen all the eggs, so I can't tell how big the clutch is right now, but those guys should probably be hatching here in the next day or so. So those guys are going to hatch while I'm gone. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go out to the garage on the other side. Again, we can't get through my door because I have my door sealed right now. We'll have to go through the actual garage so you guys can see how far I have got on the expansions. Alright, so let's start right here. You'll see I don't have the garage door open all the way, and I'll explain that a little more in just a second because it's kind of windy out here. But you guys can see that all the walls here on the outside are sheetrocked. That one over there isn't fully sheetrocked yet because I got to leave it open because I haven't connected it to the existing wall. So let's squat down and go in through the door here. It's a mess, by the way. Okay, so here we are inside. You see that we've got everything sheetrocked. We've got insulation put in all the walls. And as you see, we've got the door up. So, you ever started a project and you wish you would have never started it? Well, that's what this thing has kind of become. So the walls went up extremely easy. The insulation went up easy. I still need to tape and bed these, but that part was easy. But the ceiling has been a nightmare. And so let me be forthright with you. I am not a construction guy. I don't know 100% what I'm doing. Everything that I've learned with building walls and ceilings and this, that, and the other has been because I've just kind of figured it out myself, done some stuff with my dad, or I've just Googled it. So I had the great idea. If you remember, so the garage door is above this up here. I want to be able to continue to open the garage door, so I had to make a lower ceiling so the garage door could still be able to open shut. And so I thought at first I was just going to build a normal 2x4 ceiling, but I thought, man, that's going to be heavy and hard to put that sheetrock up. So I thought, you know what, man, I'll do a drop ceiling. We have drop ceilings at work. I've worked with them a bunch. I know how to do them. Shouldn't be very hard at all. So I get all the stuff bought, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting here in the garage one day and I think to myself, Jason, when you're doing a drop ceiling, it has to be wired to the ceiling to hold up all of these metal things, the grid that holds it all together. And if you're going to open the garage, you can't have those hanging because the garage is going to crash into them. So that has been a major problem. So if you'll see right here, that's what this 2x4 is. I've had to create a brace for there, and then I still have to create another brace. Don't trip and kill myself. This right here is just temporary, holding up this side, but I've got to build another one of these ugly braces to hold this side up. I was about to just give up on the drop ceiling altogether, but I had way too much money invested into it, and I'd already cut down multiple pieces. I couldn't take it back. So this is the idea that I came up with. So that's how that's going to work, but I still have to come up with what I'm going to do because this wall, this entire wall here is all coming down. So I'm going to have this gap right here that this has to hook into somehow. So I haven't 100% figured out how I'm going to do that. I may just take some of the ceiling panels and put them at 90 degrees, like right up against it. I don't know exactly how it's going to hold that in. But I just don't want any place easy for this thing to leak air. Since I'm creating so much bigger of an area, I've got to be able to keep this thing heated with the same heater that I have, so I don't have to buy anything any bigger. So that is where we are on that. Again, I'm leaving tomorrow to go on the youth trip, which would be a Thursday to you guys. This has been so aggravating over my time off that I don't even want to touch it until after the new year. So that is the crazy update on this. It's going to get done, but oh mama, has it been aggravating. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure and leave a comment down below if you've got something to say or questions that you want to ask, or you just want to tell me something awesome that happened at Christmas. Let me know. So thanks again, guys. Be sure, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see when new videos are coming out. So thanks again, guys. Hope you have an amazing, amazing new year, and God bless.